When everything you've built suddenly collapses, when the person you trusted turns their back, when the future you planned burns down in front of you, there is a silence that follows, a silence that feels like death itself. You sit there, staring at the ruins, wondering how life could be so cruel. And in that silence, anger rises, despair rises, the temptation to give up completely presses against your chest. But what if I told you this exact moment, the one that feels like the end, is actually the beginning of a version of you that no one can break? What if you could become untouchable? The Stoics believed that when life strips you bare, you're closer to truth than ever before. Because now, nothing is left except what's real, your mind, your choices, your strength. In this video, I want to guide you through that fire. We will walk through the ruins together. You'll learn how to hold your ground when the world shakes, how to master the only battlefield that matters, your own mind. By the end, you will see why what feels like destruction can actually be your liberation. Seneca once wrote, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." This is the first lesson. The pain you feel is not proof of weakness. It is the weight that shapes you. You think your suffering makes you smaller, but in truth, it carves out a larger space inside you, a place where strength, patience, and wisdom can take root. The modern mind often tells you that suffering is unfair, that you deserve an easy path. But look at history. No man ever became strong in ease. Every scar you carry is a silent teacher, whispering, "You survived. You can survive again." Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the second lesson. Stop wrestling with the external. Rejection, betrayal, loss. These belong to the world outside of you. You can't command them. But the one territory no one can ever conquer is your inner citadel, your thoughts, your judgments, your responses. When you obsess over controlling the uncontrollable, you drown. When you turn inward and master yourself, you rise. The third lesson is this: anger and despair are choices. Yes, choices. We often believe they are storms that come over us, but Epictetus cuts through the lie. It is not things that disturb us, but our judgments about them. When you're left, abandoned, rejected, your mind screams, "This is unbearable." But is it? Or is it just unfamiliar? Imagine two men losing everything. One collapses, curses the gods, drinks himself into oblivion. The other sits still, breathes, and says, "Very well. Then I begin again." Same event, different judgment, one destroyed, one reborn. The fourth lesson is the hardest. Let go of what you think you need. Much of your suffering comes not from the loss itself, but from clinging to the image of how life was supposed to be. Seneca called this the poverty of desire, the endless hunger for what you think is owed to you. But what if you could strip that away? What if you could walk forward with nothing but yourself, your will, your mind? Then no one could rob you of peace, because peace would no longer depend on what you held, but on who you are. And finally, the fifth lesson: use your fall as fire. Life will knock you down again and again. This is inevitable. But the Stoic does not ask for safety. He asks for strength. Marcus said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." That means everything that shatters you can be used as fuel. The betrayal that broke your heart, fuel for clarity about who you trust. The failure that humiliated you, fuel for sharper discipline. The loss that hollowed you, fuel for deeper gratitude. Nothing is wasted if you choose. Now pause. Feel the contrast. Picture the man who clings to what's already gone, who rages at the injustice, who begs the world to give him back what was taken. His fists are tight, his voice is broken, his face twisted with bitterness. Every thought he has is chained to the past, chained to things outside his control. He becomes smaller with every outburst, more fragile with every demand. He is at the mercy of life because he never learned to master himself. Now picture another man. He feels the same loss, the same sting of betrayal, the same weight of failure. But instead of collapsing, he steadies his breath. He does not chase after what has already left him. He does not curse what he cannot command. He takes one quiet step forward, carrying nothing but his own unbreakable will. His face is calm, his spirit is free. The storm still rages around him, but he walks through it as though it were only wind. He is not untouched by pain, but he is undefeated by it. Same storm, different men, one enslaved by his emotions, the other elevated by his discipline. Which one will you choose to be? Here is your challenge for the next 7 days. When you face a small frustration, an insult, a delay, a disappointment, stop. Don't react, don't curse, don't spiral. Instead, pause for a single breath and ask yourself quietly, is this within my control? If it isn't, release it like smoke slipping through your fingers. Let it drift away, because it was never truly yours to hold. If it is, then act with calm strength, without complaint, without the need to prove anything to anyone. Do this daily, and something subtle but powerful will begin to change inside you. At first, it will feel like a small victory, a moment of silence where once there was noise. Then it will grow. The insults won't cut as deep. The delays won't eat away at you. The disappointments won't feel like the end of the world. Slowly, you'll notice the difference. Where you once felt dragged by every wave, you now stand like a rock against the tide. You will see with your own eyes that even in chaos, you are not helpless. You are unshakable. If this message spoke to you, carry it with you. And if you want to continue walking this path of strength and clarity, join me here, subscribe, share your reflections in the comments, and let's keep building this inner fortress together. Because when everything falls apart, you will remember, nothing outside can ever touch the man who has mastered himself.